A pair of Vikings receivers are making history. How so? Well, let's get right into it. Before we do, shout out to our partners at Green Gridiron. If you want one of these mini helmets, feel free to hit the link I have pinned in the comment section and use promo code MINSYN, MINSYN at checkout to receive a small discount on your purchase. They have NFL helmets, college helmets. Basically, they have fully customizable helmets, okay? You can get full-size replica, not just the mini guy, okay? You can get the big one, ones you can actually wear on a football field. If that's something you would like, feel free to hit that link. It's also in the description, but it'll be in the comment section. Use promo code MINSYN at checkout. And if they already have a current deal going on, you can stack that deal with the promo code and receive even more off of your purchase. So let's get right into it. What's exactly happening? How is history happening between these two receivers? Well, in their blowout victory over the Atlanta Falcons in Week 14, Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison both found themselves making history in various ways, both in Minnesota Vikings franchise history and NFL history. We'll start with Jefferson. He passed the 7,000-yard mark in receiving yardage for his career. He is now the first player in the history of the National Football League to pass 7,000 receiving yards in his first 5 NFL seasons, and he's also the first receiver in league history to hit that mark before the age of 26. He turns 26 in June, by the way. Just a couple more accolades for the NFL's best wide receiver. He's doing a fantastic job. We all love Justin Jefferson. He's a beast, okay? He's a dog, if you will, on the football field. But Jefferson now has 7,069 career receiving yards, putting him 567 yards behind Anthony Carter for third place in franchise history. That's wild to think about. He's played here 5 years, and he's already about to be third place in just a couple of games. It's pretty cool. Now, to catch Carter this season, he would have to average about 142 yards per game over the season's last 4 weeks. It's a long shot, but given Jefferson's talents, it can't necessarily be counted out. So there's a chance it doesn't happen, and if it doesn't, so be it. Guess what? Week 1, week 2 of next year, he will move into third place for franchise history for most receiving yards, basically. So he's breaking some records. Now, as far as the pairing of Jefferson and Addison, they did something that no pair of wide receivers had ever done in franchise history prior to yesterday. Jefferson's 132 yards and 2 touchdowns, along with Addison's 133 yards and 3 touchdowns, marked the first time in franchise history that a pair of Vikings wide receivers put up over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns in the same game. Not Chris Carter and Randy Moss, and not Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen. Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison set that mark. Now, you could say Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen could kind of take them out. I wouldn't see a scenario where they would have got it done. I mean, you could maybe make the case or make the argument for that. Definitely Chris Carter and Randy Moss. You're like, wow, okay, Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson did that instead of those two. But this is kind of like, Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson is kind of like that Chris Carter, Randy Moss duo. It just might be a little bit better. T's and P's to Randy Moss, by the way. I know he's dealing with some things. It's very unfortunate. He's always in my thoughts. He's always in my prayers. So moving forward. Now, this is the second time in franchise history that 2 players had put together 100 yards and 2 touchdowns receiving in a game. But the first time it involved a tight end. That happened when Steve Jordan, the Cam Jordan of the Saints, his father, and Hassan Jones each went for at least 100 yards and 2 touchdowns in a 42-7 victory over Green Bay back in September of 1986. What is that? Almost 40 years ago? I mean, it's quite a while ago, right? Now, Tommy Kramer had 6 touchdown passes that day at the Metrodome. The Vikings have one of the best wide receiver tandems in the National Football League, and Addison is really starting to make teams pay for focusing too much of their attention on Justin Jefferson. The Minnesota offense looks like it's starting to get on a roll at the right time, and the receiving core is a huge part of that. I'd say Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison absolutely exceeded expectations this past Sunday. They answered the bell. They knew what was on the line. They wanted to win. They wanted to clinch a playoff spot. That didn't happen. We still needed the Rams to lose. That didn't happen. But, I mean, to have these two on our roster right now, you have to, count your blessings, basically, because we see the situation happening in Cincinnati with, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. T. Higgins ends up getting franchise tag. There's a good chance T. Higgins ends up elsewhere after this season, right? So you have to, kind of cherish these moments where you can. But the fact that these two are already making history and they're doing it together is just, that much more sweet. So you guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section about this history in the making between Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. Also, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It'd be much, much appreciated. And if you want one of these backlit LED Minnesota Viking 3D logos, feel free to hit the link in the description and use promo code VS30 for $30 off your purchase. Have a great rest of the night, folks, and Skol Vikes.